Hi guys, so I'm sure you've noticed that I've been gone for a while. So why not just start off by talking about pedophiles? The recent EDP documentary has been the biggest talk of the town lately, and it just proves something very concerning about the way people approach dark and sensitive issues in today's internet culture. I didn't even know that it was possible for one to make a slop content filled documentary, but apparently here we are. This documentary was so unserious in a way I don't think it was meant to be. It felt like an hour and a half long extravaganza of trying to clip farm as many TikTok and Instagram reel worthy moments as possible. And of course, everybody fell right into it because it's one of the hottest topics on the internet right now. While yes, it did do somewhat of a decent job of shedding light on how much of a sick human being EDP is, it just went from that to just making light of it. And that's where my problem with it lies. It felt like every time EDP was on screen discussing what he did, he was either giving excuses, deflecting, or just straight up bragging. At a certain point, it just became awkward to laugh at.
Were you masturbating when you were talking to her?
Mm-hmm.
You sent her pictures?
Yeah.
You sent her pictures of your penis?
Yeah.
It's wrong.
Right, I know.
It's illegal. Had Alex Rosen not botched this, you might be in prison right now.
Thank God he didn't.
Call me a party pooper all you want, but why is it that a documentary discussing a man who actually did stuff to minors and even threatened to them at one point is having segments that seem to come off as humorous and goofy? When they started with that segment about how he actually loves kids even though he's a PDF file, and the parts where he just revealed his bitch list and real nigga list that included the likes of Andrew Tate, Ben Shapiro, and Sneeko, I just knew this was for entertainment and they weren't taking shit serious. Maybe making a mockery of serious situations is just now ingrained into American internet culture. I don't know, y'all can tell me in the comments below. I feel like EDP accepted making this documentary knowing that it would be his chance to get that last piece of internet buzz before he inevitably dies from his kidney failure. He is still a content creator at heart, so at the end of the day, he will accept any type of attention he can get regardless of whether or not it makes him money. People will not truly take into account the severity of the crimes he committed because we live in a generation where everything is content. He might be a diabolical person as it is already, but he definitely made sure to make the most of his screen time by saying or doing the most outlandish things because he knows better than anyone else from his YouTube days that shock creates engagement. All the victims will just be another footnote in internet history used to gain clicks and create discourse, and they might never receive the true justice they deserve. When it comes to the people that took it upon themselves to catch EDP, they clearly cared more about the content than actually getting him prosecuted for his crimes, because both times the operations were absolutely botched and he got away scot-free. To quote Chris Hansen in this same documentary,
It's a clown show.
and we also can't ignore the fact that Gideon used an actual minor in his own investigation, which to me is very questionable. He might have given her an out multiple times, and at the end of the day, it looks like one big he said, she said situation, but that definitely made me look at him sideways. I like to assume the best out of people, and I'll do that with the maker of the documentary Mike Klum, and assume that he did this to raise awareness and shed light on how much of a twisted human being EDP is, and hopefully land him in jail, seeing as how he literally admitted to committing multiple crimes in the video. But unfortunately, if his intention was to raise awareness and give the situation the seriousness it deserved, then he absolutely failed at doing that job. Either way, the truth is, everybody is in it for the content in some way or another. From Gideon and Skeeter Jean, Alex Rosen, Mike Klum, and even Chris Hansen. This guy has a movie being made about him, man. Come on, of course he'd do this. It's free promotion. I will admit, I laughed a few times while watching this. It shouldn't have been as funny as it was sometimes. The irony of him saying he's a free man, yet enslaving himself in every way possible through corn, food, and red-pilled slop content was just something I couldn't help but chuckle at. Or him having a girlfriend, yet still not having any sex, which caused him to absolutely rip into her and talk shit about her after they broke up. Hilarious! But that is my point. We are all gonna laugh and joke about how much of an incel he is. The cupcake jokes might even resurface, and then as soon as you know it, we're moving on to the next big thing within a week or two. Because this documentary just gave him the chance to be back in the spotlight. He can do the same thing that his idols like Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit, and Sneeko did by just moving over to Kick or Rumble. And unfortunately, There are shameless individuals that will watch, enjoy, and even promote him as much as they can because they're also losers. This documentary did nothing but trivialize and monetize the crimes of a person who we all agree is sick and twisted and should be in jail. Hopefully, we all agree on that, right? This documentary did not raise any awareness, it didn't vindicate any of the victims, and it sure as hell did not help in the slightest with giving EDP the jail time he deserves. And I really hope I'm wrong about that last statement. As the audience, I think it's in our best interest to look past the obvious attempts to use serious topics like literal pedophilia as a way to make memes and inside jokes. Because the more we desensitize ourselves to it, then the easier people like EDP are going to take advantage of that and traumatize people's children. I hope that the thing people can take away from this documentary is just seeing what type of person not to be in this life. And I mean, come on, it's not that hard to avoid f***ing minors. But even besides that, just the way he chooses to spend his life and his time is truly just sad and miserable. And if it were any other person who wasn't taking advantage of children, I'd kind of feel sorry for him. Every time you think of pulling out the hub to goon, bro, just let EDP flash into your mind, and I promise you, you'll stop when you realize that's what you look like.
My shit cannot get hard in front of no chick. I don't give a fuck how bad the bitch is. I love when bitches are milking their own tits.
But anyways, that's all from me today. Tell me what y'all think in the comments down below. Like the video and subscribe. Y'all stay safe and I'm out.